If we ever did a drinking FIFA challenge, he would also win in that. He's ranked first over the last couple years in competitive FIFA for attempted tackles. Let's teleport through that player, scores a goal. This is Harry. He keeps the game simple before making it extremely complicated. What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Yes, it's cold inside, but we're staying beautiful. These are still available 5 days. First link in the description. If you want to support the channel, you want to get down with the get down, we have merchandise. And today we're talking about how to play like Harry. Fanatic Harry. Hashtag Harry. Harry Hesketh. One of the most adaptable, most impressive, and I would say Harry is the best FIFA player in the world in terms of being able to use unusual, unorthodox, uncommon squads with imperfections, challenges, handicaps, concerns, skepticisms, success with distractions. This guy is the best. If we ever did a drinking FIFA challenge, he would also win in that. If you enjoy the content, like the video. Who should be next with content creators, pro players, maybe a mix of this, a mix of that. I like breaking down gameplay, giving you some more of the insider trading on what makes a lot of these guys gifted or special, or what caters to their style of play. That good extra. Speaking of style of play, we're looking at Harry's game play. Defensively aggressive. In fact, he's ranked first over the last couple years in competitive FIFA for attempted tackles. Not patient. Direct, decisive play. I just mentioned the defensive side, but offensively as well. He's not messing about. In your face, full frontal, quick pass and move. This is not a FIFA player that has extra skill moves if they're not necessary or if he's not trying to show off or give you something extra. It's not naturally in his gameplay. If it's wide open, he's gonna make the pass and go for it. Quick adaptability. Not really a surprise. He's got a mastery of the different players on the pitch and understanding those matchups. I also don't know if there's a player that's better at using a variety of different types of players. You name it. High rated, low rated, bronze, silver, gold, promos, out of position, in line, not obedient. I don't know. There's not someone that's better in that regard. Did I mention liking the video if you enjoyed this series? Run it up. Share it with your people. And Harry is unorthodox. No doubt about that. Not a surprise either. Hood off officially. Just showcasing that we got a hood. Big body. Beautiful here. On the site. I repeat, on the site. Hold on. 3 colorway. Today we're blacked out. Look at these lovely gentlemen. You might recognize the faces. We got the black ensemble. I've got that on. Oversized fit. I'm wearing a size large. I'm 6'1", 195. Worldwide shipping, so don't tell me that you don't live in the US and you can't get one. That's not the case. We got the pink. I think that it pops. We got that light blue. Eyes is blue. They're gonna match your eyes. 50 a pop. Very accessible. We appreciate you. Stay beautiful. Back to the content. You see Harry, top corner. We're reviewing some of the gameplay that's already available on YouTube. Something that Harry does that a lot of pro players don't use. I know that he's technically not competing currently or for this season or whatever Harry's gonna do, but he's still at a pro level. He's very straight lined. And what I mean by that is you're gonna see some of the simple touches, the simple dribbles. There are no additional movements unless necessary. This is something that Harry does well in terms of efficiency, and it's also very decisive. You can't second guess. You can't waste time. You can't be hesitant and play this way. And it also allows Harry to use a large variety of players because he's mastering the simplicities, the basics, and you see a lot of straight line, which means knock-ons, fake shots, drag backs, ball rolls, just little quick passing movements. He keeps the game simple before making it extremely complicated. Calvin Lewin, we like this. Into space, there you go. Not the fastest player. Running fake shot. You see the knock-ons there, still attacking the space, extra dribbles, scores the goal. That is the quickest transition, you name it. These cuts are moving quickly. It's just a good example of something that Harry's skilled with, understanding when, why, where, to just take an extra touch. And a lot of people try to make the game more complicated than it needs to be. Myself included. I like to have the razzle dazzle. I like all the additional intricacies, the storytelling, the narrative. But if you don't need it, why would you incorporate it? Just for the fun, for the love of the game? Maybe that's in my play style. But this is where Harry has always been very push the ball forward, attack the space, no wasted movements. Let me build off that. Another example, very recent video, Kamavinga from Saka, 1-2, just takes the touch, almost teleports through that player, scores a goal. This is Harry. He's gonna score goals like this on repeat. Let me continue to dissect. I repeat, I said quick to adapt earlier. Perfect example here. Player lock, brand new into FIFA 21. This is very clever usage. He's going to take this man that you see on screen, and he's going to step into space here. And I think what's most impressive is not only that he stepped into space and gets the open pass, but then Harry's going to make an extra pass. Maybe it should have been something that I threw into style of play. Harry is definitely gifted with a lot of passing, intricate passing, extra passes, free flow movement, fluidity in that regard, which allows for you to have that creativity. You can have additional creative runs, movement, space being aligned, all that perspective if you're able to pass the ball quickly. Well, I should say quickly and successfully, because that obviously goes hand in hand. You got to have only hands. Basically, you're speeding up the game. That's something that Harry does a really good job of, is forcing his oppositions to play at his pace that's most comfortable, and usually it's faster, not slower. This is not someone who specializes in holding the ball, seeing out the game, going to the corner flag. It's not that you're never going to see that, but that's unusual, at least for Harry's gameplay. Beautiful extra pass. You can't miss from there. You gotta credit that. Good material. Man, how many ads are on this video? Harry, how many ads do you have on your video? Overwhelming your opposition defensively. Remember, we talked about Harry going for challenges. In fact, leading the competitive community with tackles attempted. You're gonna see a slide tackle. Loses the ball, no big deal. Best time to win the ball back. You got Curtis Jones, the true 50 Cent, as we said. Gets in there for the slide. Foddy, very simple with a lot of the dribbling. I should say that Harry's always been good with the L1 or the R1 dribbling, even the strafe dribbling. A lot of the simplicities with dribbling, so not necessarily all the flair that you get with the skills. And by no means am I saying that Harry can't do skills. I don't want to be misquoted. That's not the argument I'm making. But there are other pro players that look to incorporate skill moves, especially combination play, much more actively in comparison to Harry. If you're a fan of the passing, just wait for this. Foddy. Waiting, timing, aligning, near post. Saka. No problem. Count it. You can see Harry's very happy. I know this face well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I also feel as if when you watch Harry play, maybe there's a level of inspiration or just a vibe that you feel you can replicate what he's doing on the virtual pitch. Like I said, if I'm incorrect, if you disagree, that's fine. We have the comment section. But often when I watch Harry, because of a lot of the play being attainable, I know how to do these passes or these through balls. I just don't do it as well as Harry. That's a fact. But I do feel as if I can replicate what I'm watching. Here's another example. Foddy, through ball, Saka. Killing with Saka. You do see a little touch there with the bridge dribble, but even after the bridge, it's relatively straightforward. Maybe a tad bit of shielding, opens up the body, finesse shot, happy days. I love this goal, so I'm gonna showcase it. If anything, it's probably giving some credit to Saka, who I still believe is overpriced. I've also said that he's amazing. Previous video really discussed some different right wingers that not necessarily aren't at an upper tier, aren't top tier, but just their price points are kind of ridiculous. I feel as if Saka should cost maybe 1.2, 1.3 million coins. Last time I checked, he was 2.3 and some change. This is probably not going to help make a case for him being any cheaper, but you're going to see the through ball. Once again, classic Harry. I like this though because we're going to see the combination play of some bridge dribbling. We also see a cancellation. More of the advanced methods in FIFA 21 because it still is a reminder that Harry has this. It's something that's in his repertoire. I don't think I said that perfectly. I need to work on my French. Clearly. The point that I'm trying to get across is that even if it might not be his first or second or even third option, it's available. That was pretty standard right there where you saw the stop and pop fake shot into a La Croqueta. This is where we get some more busyness. You saw a cancellation. That was a first bridge into a secondary bridge, and Saka just smashes that top corner, best corner. That's gross. Defensive takeaway. And Harry's very gifted with playing narrow formations, if you haven't noticed. But I talked about adaptability, versatility, that there's not a better FIFA player in the world at playing with different formations, different types of players, different paces to the game, aggressiveness. I wouldn't even say passiveness. I don't know if passive exists in Harry's FIFA game plan. Even when he's doing some of the strange challenges with the bronze players or the silver players, just not a passive guy. Energetic, entertaining, quality FIFA. We're gonna see ping pong passing at its finest. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Sometimes you just gotta hit those 1-2s. I like this, the refocus. And then the resurface, first time shot. Butter. Makes it look easy. We're closing out the video on a banger, something that's going to be very consistent with Harry's gameplay. I do want to mention, because Harry's so aggressive, he does get quite a few bounce backs, which is pretty common even with upper level players. It's just part of the FIFA scene. But if you go for it, FIFA will reward you in many instances. So I'm just throwing it out there. If you're offloading through balls, if you're using a bunch of different skills, if you're pushing the ball forward, there's going to be bounces that go this way and that way. You're just putting yourself in more advantageous positions. Curtis Jones. We've got Dest, an American. La Croquette doesn't work for him. This is that pressure play that I'm talking about. Look how many bodies. You see the lunge. The lunge works for 50 Cent Jones. On the resurface, Dest again. Fadi. Doesn't work out. We're still going. Interception. Done. Dizzle. Remember, defensively, aggressive. Saka, the main man. Across the body. Wrap it up. Great example, classic Harry gameplay. Gave you a little bit of everything. You saw the passing, you saw the pressure play, you saw the risk-taking capability, or the high risk to the high reward. You saw a little bit of the skill move package. You see him being very clinical. You name it. Thanks again for watching. If you've enjoyed the content, make sure to drop some love on the video. You can go ahead and tag Harry. I'll drop him a line as well when this goes live. His original videos, as well as his channel, will be linked down below. The main man, congratulations to everything that he's been able to accomplish in his career, from hashtag to fanatic to just being this massive conglomerate in the FIFA community. Remember, we have the merch. This is only available to the end of the month. You have 5 days. So if you've enjoyed the channel, you mess with the hoodie, you want to get down with the get down, ships all over the world. International shipping, because I already know how you get down, questions that you're going to ask. Hit the link, check it out, make a decision. If you have questions, run it up, whether it's about this, it's about that. You have more video suggestions, you want to know more of the maybe breakdowns of the freeze frames, we could take this left, we could take this right, but I have a lot more content coming out for you and you and you ASAP.